So Amazon, so I can find sex toys on here?
You can find anything at Amazon. What are you looking for? Another dildo? You need
a dildo or a vibrator or something?
A vibrating dildo. It's the kind with things at the end that go like, that I saw on TV.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I hear they have got little things that go like that tickle your thing.
Oh, cool.
Tickle your fancy.
So I didn't know.
Do you have a fancy?
A black one?
You have a fancy, Rebecca?
I have a fancy something. So I don't know, black. Yeah, chocolate's my favorite flavor. So let me go with a black one.
Dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Dark chocolate.
Now, let me see. 8-inch, 9. Lightweight. 10.
I mean, why didn't you go for like the regular size, like 12?
Like a 12?
Yeah.
13.
13. There you go.
I like a challenge. Okay, so now. Do I want cut, uncut? I didn't fucking matter.
I mean, I have to say I like to cut. I don't
cut. So I guess I'll try.
I don't like all that cheese.
But I like cheese. I'm fat. So
many calories. And it's sour. Do you like sour cheese?
No. So you know what? Okay.
Go with the cut. Yeah.
Now.
And those flaps. Oh, flap.
Do I want one veiny or smooth?
I don't like the veiny either.
But veins add a little stimulation.
Do they?
I don't.
That's what that thing's for.
Oh. So I guess I do either. I guess whatever.
Do the vein free.
I mean, it doesn't cost extra to get veins, so you know what? Well, any little bit you get extra for free. Hey?
It doesn't cost extra to get herpes either, but.
Okay. So then I go here.
Check out. Yeah.
Check out right there.
Fill out your shopping cart.
Okay. So that's it.
Yep. Paid.
Okay.
Welcome to the pew!
Welcome to the pew, skidoodle-doo!
With the lovely tunnel entrance right behind us.
It's a beautiful scenic.
Where people would wait hours to get in, or to not get in.
It actually is very scenic now. I mean, this was never, it was never like this.
It was never this scenic.
I mean, like,
it's actually really awful.
You can't see, but there's like all these like trees and finery and lush kind of bucolic park-like
And
setting.
for those of you who actually read my book, The Darkest Tunnel, you'll recall that the ending of the book actually happens right behind us on the street. I'm not going to say what the ending was, but read it and you'll find out. And in fact, a very momentous scene of my book also happens right here where we're sitting. And it causes one of the characters to basically go crazy. So,
going crazy at the tunnel?
Yeah. Well, he didn't even get into the tunnel.
Yeah.
He was just sitting outside and went crazy. So, speaking of crazy, we were looking for.
I think we were looking up drag lust. It's the name of it's a channel. It's a YouTube channel that has a lot of drag activity, like the new winner of the drag race, all that kind of thing.
We were trying to figure out how to find drag lust on YouTube, and I guess
we googled drag and lust, and it said lust will drag us to hell. Right. And it was a Christian organization with this billboard. I guess it was in Los Angeles.
We're flashing it on the screen now, and
we were talking about the search engine optimization and how they must.
Those Christians are really good at it,
right? Because we can't even. Well, we can now, but it's hard to get at the top when you search for something. It's hard to get at the top of the list.
It really is.
They were right at the top.
And we were thinking that's because God is on their side, is guiding their SEO.
But then we looked at our own. We Googled ourselves, and we were
on top too.
We were also on top, and we figured that it couldn't be.
God's on our side too,
or somebody else is on our side because we can't be on the same side as the Christian fundamental.
And why not?
Or actually, maybe we are.
Maybe God likes us better,
or maybe the other one likes both of us better too. I don't know. But
maybe they're the false prophets, and they're the ones that are getting the help from the satanic.
Well, that's what I said.
Sources.
So, yes.
Michael has big news. He's actually moving on up.
And I was thinking,
to Coney Island.
and I was not Coney Island, Seagate. I was thinking.
Well, what's the difference between Coney Island and Seagate?
Darling, you'll see. But I was thinking that
they're right next to each other.
Exactly. So is Park Avenue and the Bowery. They're like 100 feet from each other, but there's all the difference in the world, darling. But I was thinking, since we're doing all of these different Pew locations, maybe we should do a Pew from my backyard next week.
Perhaps. That's kind of far away, but we'll consider it.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsor.
I was busy focusing on my artwork and cute guys' butts.
Welcome back to the Pew.
Welcome back to the Pew.
Welcome back to the Pew, where we were just discussing Ernie's top that he actually made himself. And I was thinking, it looks current. It looks very current now.
It's a very old top. I made it back in the early 90s. And it has a pair of matching pants. I actually wore the ensemble to On Top on Tuesday because when I was there, I was having last week or 2 weeks ago, I was having a conversation with someone at On Top saying that I had all this Stephen Sprouse fabric back in the 90s and I made all these Stephen Sprouse outfits, and I said, I'm going to wear them.
And it looks very current.
Well, thank you. So I wore my Stephen Sprouse inspired outfit to On Top on Tuesday. The big difference between my outfit and Stephen Sprouse's outfit, though, was
$10,000.
Well, yes, mine was much cheaper, and mine actually fit because for anybody who actually bought Stephen Sprouse clothes, they were the worst made
weird
clothes. Nothing ever fit.
And Ernie is he's got stick-thin legs,
right?
And even he couldn't fit it in.
Right.
I mean, I don't know who they were made for.
They were not made for
anybody.
skeletons.
They couldn't.
They weren't made for. I think the people who were making them were just high and not even.
Well, you were high when you made yours, and yours fit.
I don't know because I paid more attention. I don't know.
No.
So one thing that Michael got to do this week, now that he's moving, is that you got to have farewell sex with some of your tricks in the Bronx.
I wouldn't go so far with tricks.
What are they? Boyfriends?
Friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits in the Bronx.
Why do you say it like that, in the Bronx? What does that mean? What are you getting at?
That it just sounds sexier when you say Bronx.
Oh, Bronx. Okay. Yeah. Well, and in fact, the farewell sex was really. It was the best sex we've ever had because I think it was because we were a lot more uninhibited because it was this is the end. But it actually isn't going to be. I don't think.
No, well, it never is the end until it's over.
Until it's over, right? I mean, it's just so far away, but they're going to have to come all that way.
Come all that way.
All that way. To have me come all that way.
Bitches want to know.
What do they want to know now?
Yet another Party Monster question.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Calvin C. has a 3-part question.
3 parts?
He wants to know if, it's so fucking bright here that I can't even read it.
I know. So, guys,
yes. He thought that Michael seemed like a cunt in the movie Party Monster because he was indifferent to the death of Christina. And Mr. Calvin C. was wondering if you really were indifferent when Christina died or if you were shaken to your core.
I wasn't indifferent or shaken to my core because it wasn't exactly expected that she died, but it wasn't a big shock either. She was kind of teetering on the edge at that point. She had gotten in all that trouble at the pyramid. Do you remember the story? She'd gotten in all that trouble at the pyramid.
Is that when she ripped off Andy Warhol's wig?
No, she poked a guy in the eye with the microphone stand at one of her shows at the pyramid, and the police were looking for her. The guy charged her with assault, and she was afraid of going to prison. And so she was hiding out at the Chelsea Hotel and wasn't talking to anybody and was kind of lapsing into this state of kind of psychotic. It didn't come as much of a shock to anybody. But no, I wasn't indifferent to it though. I mean, the movie, that the character in the movie, I don't even know who that person is. I watched the movie and I don't recognize him at all.
And Mr. Calvin C. also wants to know about your parole, which everybody keeps asking about. I mean, it's still ongoing.
Technically, it's going to be ongoing. It's going to be ongoing.
On and on.
Until next year. But like Freeze is also on parole, but it's called I can't think of the name of it right now. You're technically on parole, but you're not supervised. It's like unsupervised parole. There's a term for it. I can't think of the name of it. But you don't have to go check in, and they don't. There are no real laws, but you got no special rules governing what you do and can't do. But if anything happens, like if you were to be arrested or something like that, then you get in extra trouble because you're on parole.
Okay, we're burning up here, so we're taking off.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.